Other news tonight, the state of Idaho has its 13th highest incarceration rate in the country. Today, the American Civil Liberties Union of Idaho spoke in the State House about the civil justice reform. They laid out a blueprint of what they think the state should be doing and considering for any kind of legislation to change that number. 6 on Your Side's Jessica Taylor has more from inside the State House.
This is the blueprint they're hoping to put in place, which outlines recommendations to reduce incarceration. They're also hoping to see fair chance employment legislation. The blueprint for Smart Justice Idaho, as they call it, details options for the state of Idaho to move forward with criminal justice reform.
I've had the pleasure of working with a lot of convicted felons and watching them change their lives, just like I have, because they were given a fair chance.
They're also pushing for fair chance employment legislation, which Senator Cherie Buckner-Webb is introducing.
My friend, my neighbor, my loved one has been incarcerated and now they're out and they want to go to work. They want to get their lives together. They want to feed their children. They want to get a place to live. They want to stay out of jail, but they can't get past the initial application for a job.
Their hope is more people would be considered for a job based on their skills, not on their past record.
Do not have to respond to that particular box, but rather wait after an interview, and then an employer can actually do a criminal background check.
Governor Little spoke somewhat about criminal justice reform at his State of the State, noting his plan for a new resource called Connection and Intervention Stations.
They will offer support, treatment, and accountability for the people on community supervision who need it most. Meanwhile, I'm seeking continuing investments in community reentry centers where inmates returning to our neighborhoods can learn job and life skills.
To the extent that there are programs that will help reduce recidivism is something that we would support as well.
ACLU says the report offers approaches they believe will reduce racial and disability disparities as well,
including ending over-policing in communities of color, requiring prosecutors to offer diversion for people with mental health and substance use disabilities.
The Division of Financial Management says Governor Brad Little recommends adding 500 more out-of-state beds for inmates, totaling 1,100. At this point, it's uncertain where those would be located. Reporting from the State House, Jessica Taylor, 6 on Your Side.